So the good news is I finished my December daily. It's that big old chunky thing right there. The bad news is I now have to get through all this December daily stuff, or Christmas scrapbooking, however you want to call it, and get it organized. So that is my goal today. And I thought I would kind of share the process with you. We'll get to my desk, we'll sort through embellishments, we'll have some fun chatting, and just have a look at what I have and why it's so messy, and just kind of have a random December daily video for you about organizing. Let's get going. All right, so the first thing I want to do is just quickly look through this. It's the Fa La La album, which is gorgeous, and I'll probably use it for next year's December daily. I ordered this album, the green linen album, and I got the 10x8 album. So we'll have a look at those in a minute, but I used this to store all my page protectors, and then if I had done some like pre-things to add into my December daily, it was all in there. So I just want to have a quick look, make sure I've got whatever I need. We'll get this organized as well, but I just housed everything in here because it was simple to flip through, which was really nice. I think with the 10x8 album, I'm going to slip in the pattern papers that were 10x8 and get those put in. But yeah, so I think we'll get these. I'm going to leave it like this until I decide closer to December which album I'm using. But I do think it'll be this one. So I only have one thing that didn't make it into my album because my album was so thick. It was crazy how thick it was. And that is this, which I was planning on doing a fun like pull out in 12 days of Christmas, 12 things sort of thing. However, I've lost the number 3, which makes me really sad. But my thinking is I will turn this into day 3 for 2020, and I'll just have the 3 be a different color or a different thing, so we'll know that this is day 3. That's kind of my plan there. So I'm going to just take out these little tabs. I'm actually done with this one, so I don't even need that one. These are the large tags, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in there. And then those will get, actually, I don't know that I have those cards. I don't have those cards in there yet. So that is good. I'm going to put that to the side and then pull out the box of stuff that I kind of been digging from. And hopefully we can organize that next. All right, let's go through this box now. This box is really just kind of the goodies I got from Advent Calendar from Chris, who's Kristen's Crafts, and Moira. We did a scrappy Advent calendar to each other. It was lots of fun last year. So it's got some of that in there, and then it's got a lot of December daily stuff from Allie Edwards and just all sorts of stuff. So we're going to sort through this. I'm going to pull it out so we can really have a look at everything that's in there and get the box away and figure out what we're going to do with all this stuff, because it's a lot. A lot. Ah. All right. There's a heart. Maybe I'll magically find the number 3 in this too. Anything else? Okay, let's get the box away. Okay. So I think what I'll do is, these are all embellishments and stuff that I have to go through, which isn't hard, but I have a different way of organizing my embellishments, so we'll look at that later. So maybe we can start with something simple, like let's get this thread and stuff put away. And where am I going to store this part? Good question is what I'm going to do with this lovely ribbon as I'm going to store it. All right, so I've got that to the side. All right, here we go. So I was going to use this for my, last 2021's Christmas Day, but it didn't end up working. So I'm going to just take the photos out, put the photos to the side. All right, so a page protector that needs to go away. Embellishments, photos that go to the side. Photo, 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 photos. Perfect. Embellishments. Okay, perfect. This is garbage because it has nothing to it. Some cards that can go in there. Here we go. So now I've got some of the paper that can go away. And maybe we'll keep some of that 6x8 paper in this stuff. I like that. This is another one that I didn't get to use that I had plans for, but that's okay. I can use it for the next one. So I thought I'd have photos of the kids writing to Santa and then do some journaling about it. I thought that would be fun. I like their top things or something. I don't know. So that will go into the Fa La La album. Transparency. This can also go into there. Transparency. Photo. Photos. Look at all these photos. Do you ever do that? Print so many photos and then you don't use half of them? I'm horrible with that. All right, the transparencies. Look, more photos. These are all the cards. All right. 6x8 paper. There's the paper. Transparency. Paper. That I think I had planned to like tape somewhere, so that's a good idea, but haven't done it yet. Big paper, all the big paper. All right, paper, vellum, paper. I think we got down to the heart, the good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my albums, get these put into them, and then we'll start working through the embellishments and getting this all organized too. So I'm gonna put the embellishments aside and I'll grab my albums and be right back. Truthfully, I just ended up throwing everything that was on my desk that was embellishments back into the box that I just came out of. So go me. All right, so I think the first thing we'll do is keep the ideas that we had with a couple of these projects, which is this one and this one. We'll keep them up here too. I had a plan to make this and then flip it out, so I should probably put some holes in this one. And then we can get that in here, which is awesome. So when it comes to December daily, I am normally one of those people that my album doesn't get done until like close to December of the next year. I am so slow and I want to look at everyone's ideas and adopt them, some of them, to create with my own. And I'm all gung-ho about it at the beginning, and then of course Christmas comes and you get busy, and then after Christmas I'm like done and ready to move on to other things. So the last thing I think about is finishing my December daily, but really I should probably do better about that and try to get it all done, which would be awesome. Okay, now I know I have, why is this not closing? I had some transparencies in here, so let's get this in here too, back where it belongs. And I just try to keep like things in the same area. I find that works the best. And then when I go to grab them, at least I have something easy to flip through versus having it in just in a collection somewhere in my stash. At least having it in this album, I find I just do better with it that way. Is there anything else I need? There's another transparency. Perfect. And I think because this one has that ho 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 on it and I don't want to take that off, I think that's cute. We'll just leave that in there for an option to use. Okay, so now we just need to find what I want to do next. So I have a couple options I can do if I can find some paper. Here we go. I have quite a few, so I think I'll just start hovering. That's not a word. I'm just going to start sliding these papers into there and get that organized, and then we'll pull out my 6x8 one and do the same. So super easy. I'm just going to kind of put like colors together, I think, so I don't end up, I put that in backwards, upside down, so I don't use up too many of these little things, because I'm obviously going to want to actually use them when it's time. So we'll do a green, a red. I'm going to do this one right here from that specialty paper. That's a fun vellum. So I'll do a thing on vellum. Another green and green. Do black, green. We'll do a white based. I'm gonna put that one, well, no, I'll do that as a white base. And black. Okay, perfect. So we got all the greens. Another red. We'll go like this. Perfect. All right. So that puts those away, which is awesome. Now I could do the same with those 3x8. I think that's what those are. I think I had them stored in here originally. Like I had them like this, I think, stored in there like that, and then I would flip through. So I might go back and try to grab those. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and file all this paper and put them into the 6x8 album, which I have right here. And I'm just gonna file them into there. So again, I've got them ready for me to use. And then we can start talking about what I'm gonna do with the rest of the embellishments and wrap up this video for today. This will be a, oh, you know what? These don't fit in there because they're meant to be full on. I didn't think about that. Well then, what am I gonna do with this paper? Because I don't want to just punch holes in it if I end up doing something else with it. Do I just keep it in here? What do you guys think? Should I just keep it slid in here? It'll be safe in there because my album's just gonna go into, I might do that. I'll just leave it in there. I won't slide them in the papers, obviously, because they won't fit. But then I'll just put this away in my trunk, and I will share with you where I store my December dailies when they're done, when they're not out for the year as well. I'll share that with you when I do my kind of the last video. That'll be in there. So now I just have to go through this box again of stuff, right? And I'm gonna pull out the things that are Ali Edwards and December day, like large pieces that can't fit into my embellishments, and I'm gonna get those put back into the album. So I'm gonna quickly do that. I'll share that with you, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do with the rest of this stuff and wrap up this video. Okay, next up, the embellishments and stuff. The first thing I did was I took everything out of these bags, and now I'm going to store these bags in my embellishment drawer system that I have so that I can send my own goodies in these bags. And then if I so choose, when Christmas comes, I can pull them out and use them for bags if I choose. But that's where those are going to go. And then everything else, I thought I would give you an example by using these Project Life cards because that was the easiest. But I have this Michaels system. I'm sure you've all seen it. You probably all have it too, where you can store embellishments. I have one for my everyday embellishments that I have always available to me. This one I actually keep in the container, and I store this under my bed when I'm not using it. It's a great place to store things under my bed. little hands don't get into it, but I have them all organized and what they are. And so I'm going to just put everything away. So my pocket cards are going to go in here. I have some wood veneer stuff in there. So everything is just going to get separated. I'm not going to share with you me organizing it all, because in another video, the whole video is just going to be me going through these bins and seeing if there's anything I want to keep or get rid of, and kind of doing a chat about that. So that is what I have left to do today. I'm going to go ahead and get that all organized and done. I'll give you a little look to see what I have. Like I said, I left it in this box, but I have lots of fun little pieces to kind of just organize through and play with. My numbers go in a different spot. You will see that at the next video as well. And my cut file will go into another spot as well. But that is kind of my goal, is to have some fun, get through this. I missed a couple of cards and a thing that goes into there. But that's exciting. So I've organized my Fellow Lot album and the 6x8 the best I could. I am getting through this one box, and I'll be able to get rid of this box, which is very, very exciting. And we're just kind of getting through it so I can condense, hopefully just have 2 containers to store December daily things in versus the 4 that I currently have. And I'm excited to be getting organized. So I hope you enjoy this kind of look into how I do things, how I organize, and I will be back again with video number 2 really soon. Bye everyone.